Alright, boys. Can anybody hear me? Yeah, oi vey. Can everyone hear the microphone? Just checking with the chat. Come on, I need an answer. You guys okay? You guys ready for this? Anyway, I'm gonna start off. So basically, what we're gonna be doing here, we're gonna be reading some spooky stories. Okay, we're gonna be reading some SCPs, secure, contain, protect. So hold on, they're telling me I'm muted. Am I muted? No sound. Let's see. Hmm. Hold on. Let me see what I can do here. What about now? Can you still hear me? Can you still not hear me? Hello? All right. All right. So, we're fine. Okay. Okay, I'm just waiting for the chat to calm down. So, can everyone hear me? If you can hear me right now, just click 1 in the fucking whatever in the chat. Just type in 1. Uh, all right. So basically, I think I got some lag here. Yeah, looks like it's lagging, but you can hear me, right? All right. Okay. So anyway, I'm just gonna start, and the video is gonna catch up because apparently I'm having some lag issues here. Okay. All right. I'm just not gonna look at the chat anymore because I have a feeling they're fucking with me. Anyways, what we're gonna be doing today is reading some great SCPs. You guys know what SCPs are? Basically, the SCP is a site that started off when someone saw a really good creepypasta on 4chan on X, and they stole it and they made some variations of their own, and the variations weren't good or interesting, and the site has been sort of chugging along for like a decade now. So recently there was a big controversy where they changed the flag, the symbol of the SCP, to a sort of pride symbol, and some controversy started a little bit because everyone realized, and I knew this a few months prior. I was going to make a video about the SCP at some point, and I guess this came out a little earlier than I had hoped for. Um, Turns out the entire site has changed from being run by edgy 13-year-olds from 4chan to 20-year-old trans Tumblrites, and the entire thing just went completely to shit. Just a total mess. Basically, I'm realizing that what's happening now is that everything is lagging. So when I ask the chat something, um, then I get the answer like a minute late. So I'm going crazy here. I'm just watching this thing and I'm asking them questions like a minute later. I'm getting the answer to what I asked. So everything is probably fine. Everything is probably fucking okay. Anyways, so let's read some SCPs because I have a small collection of really cringy ones. I asked the guy who knows what he's talking about to send me some links to some really bad SCPs, to the worst articles that they have on the website. Just, weird shit, SJW should just complete nonsense. And some of these I've read, I know what happens in them. Some of them I didn't read at all, and some of them I read a portion. Then I got to a really weird, fucked up portion and just kind of decided, you know what, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna got a little drink a little water. I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna wait till I do the stream to see where this progresses. But I think we got a few doozies, so I'm gonna read a few of them and then I'm gonna either read them to the end or read until I get bored, which won't take long probably. And we're gonna have some fun. Well, I'm gonna have some fun. I'm doing this stream because I enjoyed doing the last one, but no one enjoyed watching it. But at least I had fun. Okay, at least I had a little bit of fun. So, anyways, let's see. So let's start with this one. This is a quintessential, just real garbage sort of stream. Hold the fucking phone. These people are driving me crazy here. Let's see what's going on here. The stream keeps crashing. I have no idea what's going on. One second to tell me that everything's fine, one second to tell me everything's wrong. No, I can hear myself. I just clicked the damn thing. I can hear myself. I am recording. You people are just fucking with my head. Just playing around with my emotions every fucking time. Well, this is this is the second time I've done one of these, but every fucking time. Anyways. The entire thing is lagging, but the entire site has changed from being run. Fix the lag. I can't really fix the lag. There isn't really anything I can do about the lag. The lag is the lag. You know what? There's one thing I can do about the lag that might fix this. Hold on, let me check the options here. Where's the fucking button? Advanced settings. I think there's a thing I can press here that will fix the lag. Okay? And then maybe you'll stop yelling at me in the chat. Really hurting my feelings here. Let's see. Where's the button that does this? There we go. Nope. Can't do anything about it. The lag is the lag. It is what it is, boys. All right. So anyways, I'm just gonna get started here. All right. Let's see. All right. I think I'm just using my laptop mic at this point. I think I clicked some wrong buttons here. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna get started with the first one. Now this is a quintessential bad SCP. This is a real doozy. So let's get started, okay? SCP-953. This is one of the classics, one from the good era. From back before there were over 3,000 of them. So these ones are considered the good ones, but let me tell you something. Even the good ones aren't actually good, okay? I'm gonna read one, then I'll check the chat. So SCP-953. SCP-953 is to be kept in a Type 4 containment cell, 4 meters by 3 meters by 3 meters, at the end of hallway 99 at site 17. Subject is to be provided the following: 15 kilograms of fresh liver daily for consumption, clean drinking water, and in plentiful quantities, clean bedding, futon, and blankets to be exchanged by the subject and laundered weekly, small luxury items, palm wine, reading materials, etc., may be provided as occasional rewards for good behavior as part of psychological conditioning. Direct human contact with SCP-953 is strictly prohibited due to SCP-953's mind-altering properties. For this reason, all personnel must respect a 100-meter safe zone. Don't worry, this gets better. You'll know why I'm reading this soon. Must respect a 100-meter safe zone when the hermetically sealed door is opened. Delivery of food and other items will be carried out by an automated robotic assistant. Should containment fail, SCP-953 can be theoretically terminated by gunfire. However, due to its nature, blah blah. You know, I'm going to skip this. I'm going to go right to the description because I want you to understand what this SCP is, okay? SCP-953 is a female red fox, Vulpes vulpes, approximately 8 kilograms in weight, with a spine that splits around the 26th vertebrae into 9 separate tails. Is anyone recognizing this? Is anyone getting what I'm getting at here? It's a fucking Japanese kitsune. That's what it is. It's a fucking Japanese kitsune. You get what I'm telling you here? It's some weeaboo wrote this. You get this, right? Some weeaboo wrote this fucking shit. Okay, let me just go on here. I checked the chat and they're still yelling at me for the lag, but there's nothing I can do about the lag. So, blah blah blah, 9 tails. Subject displays polymorphic properties, however, allowing it to take the form of various objects and beings, most commonly an attractive Korean female. So it's someone's waifu. Subject will display some vulpine aspects: ears, tail, paws, eyes, fur, voice, mannerisms, in all of its alternate forms. This can serve to identify the subject should it attempt to disguise, although SCP-953 will attempt to conceal its tail through clothing and other methods. In addition, the polymorphic abilities SCP-953 displays moderate psionic abilities, namely suggestion and telepathy, although insufficient to fool an outside observer. An entranced subject can be convinced of a variety of false facts, including the nature of SCP-953, its own nature, and the nature of things around it. SCP-953, blah blah blah. Oh, here we go. Here's the best part. Deceive police officers investigating reports of loud screams from a hotel room. Convince a mother to roast and eat her own child. Carry out acts of necrophilia upon Agent Ramsey's fiancée in full view of said agent. And succeed in the systematic murder of 27 attendants of YIFCOM 2000. That's how I'm going to do redacted sounds. That's the sound of a redacted word. Just me coughing. Let's see what the chat is saying. Blah, blah, blah. It's worse than the Mossad. Close all your tabs of lollyporn. That might help. Thanks, chat. Bin Laden suicide, your internet goy. First time in hell. Never mind. Okay, everyone in the chat is telling me to close my porn, but I will not close my porn under any circumstances, okay? What I do under the desk as I'm streaming is my own business, okay? You literally cannot hear. What am I supposed to do? How do I turn this up? There's no way for me to turn this up. This is already at maximum. Not really sure what you guys are complaining about. Just turn up your own, I don't know. Not really sure how I can help you. Okay, so let's see. So let's see what's next. I was going to ask you which SCP to read next, but I realize now there's too much lag, and that's not going to work. It'll take you too long to answer me, and I'm not just going to sit and watch the chat as you try to decide what to do and then wait another like 5 minutes for it to actually send me your answers. Okay? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm not going to keep reading this one because this one is... You get the point. Some weeboo wrote this. Okay, so let's read a different one. Okay, so this one is... Let's see, no, not this one. Oh, there we go. This is the infamous trans story. I think you'll enjoy this one. Hold on, let me just get in here. What am I clicking here? Why is it bookmarking? Click the wrong button. Alright, so this is the infamous one that was written by 2 transsexuals on the site, and the transsexual mods refused to remove it even though it's clearly a fucking self-insert. This one is pretty long, so I'm just going to read it until I get bored, okay? Alright. Let's see what the chat is saying. Let's get yelled at some more. This stream is worse than 9/11. Da 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 da. Yeah, the stream is not muted. It's just laggy. All right. I'm looking at the chat. They're just clicking numbers. 1, 2, 3. It's lag. It's just lag. Calm down. You'll get it. Fine. Let's read the next one. SCP-2721. Object class. No one cares. No one cares about the object classes. I'm just gonna skip the numbers. Okay. Due to SCP blah 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 anomalous properties, little effort is necessary to ensure it will remain undetected by the public. SCP interfaces with the servers of Tumblr Incorporated is minimal and is currently being masked through user protocols. And this part is crossed out. Any attempt to change the focus or amount of SCP-23 blah 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 blog posts is to be treated as a containment breach. Any attempt at tracking down the true identity of SCP blah 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 or SCP blah blah blah, apparently there are several of them, are to be halted by any means necessary. 12 researchers are to maintain blogs on Tumblr in attempts to befriend and further contain SCP-2721. Suppression of SCP-2721 is to be maintained through procedure for when... they just keep making things up to make it sound cool, but it's never cool. Procedure 413 Diamond has been discontinued as a change in conditions failed to result in an EB class ornithological breakdown. They just put big words in here to make it sound official, but it doesn't work. If SCP-2721 begins to enact its directives, Protocol 111, this is so bad. Let's see. Let's get to the description. SCP-2721 is a satellite of indeterminate origin, currently in a word too big orbit on the lunar's far side. It consists of 2 entities designated SCP-271 Lyre and SCP-271 Lord, connected by an umbilical cord-like object which consists of both electrical and biological components. SCP-2721 is able to hide itself both by passively affecting electronics and generating a weak anti-magnetic SEP field. Research is currently ongoing to see if SCP-2721 possesses further antimemetic properties. Due to this fact, SCP-2721 physical form is to be boring. Let's skip ahead a little bit. It is unknown when 2721 was created and how long it has been in orbit, though undetectable under normal circumstances. Possible depictions of 2721 are present in ancient Greek, Christian, and mythology. While the physical makeup of 2721 is unknown, it is theorized to be a technobiological weapon, or entities of similar purpose have been confirmed to be the cause of EB class anthological breakdown, blah 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 blah. A routine Foundation scan detect electromagnetic broadcasts being transmitted from an otherwise empty section of space to the headquarters of the social media company Tumblr. These waves resulted in minor server disturbances, which removed the daily post limit on SCP-2721 Liar's blog. Further investigation led to discovery of SCP-2721. Afterwards, several other anomalies were discovered to result from its presence, such as one of Lunar's gravitational field anomaly. 2721 Liar presents itself on its blog as a trans woman artist and blogs exclusively, crossed out, about social justice issues. Its content in the webcomic Homestuck. It has maintained a large group of acquaintances on the website and is well known for its Homestuck theories, drawings, and discussions. SCP-2721 Lord maintains both a primary aesthetic blog and a secondary blog in which it talks about its feelings regarding 2721 Liar. SCP-2721 Lord's blog posts. Given 2721's blog posts, it is theorized that a malfunction in SCP-2721's programming caused it to become fixated on the webcomic Homestuck instead of its original directive. Due to this interest, 2721 Liar has expressed a desire to stay near Earth and not enact its directive. So, it's a tranny satellite. It's a tranny satellite from the Homestuck fandom. Let's see what people are saying. Read SCP-682, you dirty goy. I have a list. I got like, let me tell you how many I got here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 SCPs. I got 11 SCPs here, which are all pretty bad. I had to throw out like another 4 or 5 because it'll be just too fucking long, okay? So, anyway, let's continue. Let's see what the article says. Selection from SCP-2721 Liar's blog. My name is Lyrus, and I sometimes like to draw. You've probably seen my Homestuck stuff, but if you're here after reading some discourse post I wrote, I'm sorry to say that you're gonna arrive in a world of disappointment. I normally try to stay away from getting too heavy on the issue anymore. Mostly, I just flay around here, posting my bad Homestuck theories and talking to friends. I think that's it. Oh, and art. I do art, I guess. I have a feeling, this is written like an actual Tumblr blog. That's how Tumblrites write. This is just some person's Tumblr that they made into an article here. Okay, I'd like you to tag for tripophobia, scopophobia, homophobia, transmisogyny, alien abduction, and any mention or imagery associated with childbirth or menstruation. Sorry, it's for dysphoria reasons. I'm not grossed out. I'm not a grossed out misanthrope, I promise. My tags are extraneous data removed. I think it's a parody of Tumblrites, if I didn't know that the person who wrote this was a fucking Tumblrite. But yeah, every actual blog has like 700 tags and 9 million pronouns. It's unreadable. It's longer than anything they actually post, their bios. Anyways, let's continue. I'm not sure what else to put here. I love the Earth. Okay. I never really felt comfortable about my body, but I guess being here on this website and reading fucking Homestuck has helped me realize that I want it. What I want me to be, Calliope, is probably the reason why. Honestly, I guess I chose womanhood like she did. And not that there isn't dysphoria, but it's always a choice to act on what you feel, you know? And that is how I feel like sometimes. She's just this strange person none of you will ever understand. Just kinda aping things she's seen other people do in an attempt to be happy, playing at a kind of beauty she could never attain. She's telling about a character on Homestuck. That's what this is about. This is completely awful. This is supposed to be a horror story, okay? This is supposed to be scary. They've stopped writing scary stories, and now it's just gay people writing stories about being gay, but instead of it being themselves, their author stand-in is a creepy satellite. Like half the stories are like this at this point. Okay, it was the first push. I felt that blah blah blah. I'm gonna skip this. There's a read more button. Let's see what this says. My body is just fucking grotesque. It's just a fucking grotesque amalgam of flesh. It's just a fucking lump of cells, ADN, whatever else that gathered together on some damn space rock one day and set up shop. And I've gotta live with that. I gotta live with some damn thing I never wanted, dealing with grief over a day-to-day functions, playing a game with grievous consequence. I can't read. And I just wanted it to be over. I just wanted it to be done. I never fucking asked to hold my fate in my hands, let alone the fate of others. It isn't fair. It isn't fair. Why? So it's a crybaby. It's just a whiny Tumblr blog. This is literally just a trans person writing their fucking journal on this website, and then instead of their name, they're putting in the name of their imaginary satellite. Blah blah blah. I'm getting pretty bored with this. Let's see. Let me skim it. See if I can find anything interesting. Blah blah blah. Why? Oh, hold on. I skipped something interesting. It's like Lovecraft got up off the pot one day, and when he wiped, he decided to keep the fucking shit smeared toilet paper for inspiration. That's like a description of every trans person. Fucking framed it, and after his death, it was sold at an auction to a dumb family who takes goddamn family photos with it. Like, there it is, shit-stained toilet paper just sitting in the background, waiting and watching. Kids see their baby pictures and ask their parents what's in the background and are told it's goddamn Howard Philip Lovecraft butt wipe still covered in its biological material, and they better be goddamn grateful. ND. I don't know what ND stands for. You know what this fucking ass fucking poetry right here, I'm gonna have to make that something. I regret reading that. I've done terrible things back when I didn't know, blah blah blah. Please fuck, do not send me some ass fucked fucking unknown about how perfect and pretty and beautiful I am, blah blah blah. This is so whiny. This is so bad. Let me just keep skimming. I can cry again, I can laugh again. This is a satellite. Let's see what else I got. This is getting like emo at this point. It was too long. It was a mistake to read this. The other thing also has a blog. There's nothing interesting here. Yeah, this is Homestuck fanfiction. This is not an SCP. Okay, let's see what else I got here. Let me move on to the next one. Okay, let's get this one off the list. Oh, there we go. This is a good one. Who wants to read an SCP about furries? Raise your hand. Actually, don't bother raising your hand because the chat is too laggy and I won't be able to see it. Let's see how the chat is doing. Let me watch them yell at me again. Okay, well, at least now they can actually hear me. I'm getting less complaints about not being able to hear me and about the lag. So things are going well, I guess. Sorry for 15 minutes of me fucking around. I probably shouldn't have left checking if this works to the last possible second. Like last time. I didn't learn from last time. Let's get some water. And now I think I'm going to read this one in its entirety because this one is short enough and horrible enough. This one is cringier, but the cringe is more condensed, so I can get through the whole thing. Okay, so item, object class, no one cares. Special containment procedures. I'm going to let the mystery build up on this one because I want you to be surprised, okay? Foundation web crawlers must monitor all forms of social media for any signs of 3312, including video sharing platforms, cloud database, chat forums, links, URLs, and advertisements relating to 3312 are to be neutralized via RR113. Protocol, all leads to ATF, are to be logged for future reference. Individuals affected by 3312 are to be administered Class B amnestics under the condition that they are Stage 3 or prior. Individuals in Stage 4 or 5 are to be administered Class A amnestics. Predatory individuals in Stage 6 are to be contained at Site 990. Any individuals experiencing undiscovered stages following Stage 6 are to be apprehended and brought to Site 990 for testing. Description. This is the good part. SCP-3312 is a memetic agent that exists under the false identity of a fan website and induces a compulsion in humans to consume products, media, and content relating to various fan bases detailed below. SCP-3312 is known to have originated from the amateur entrepreneurial group Accelerate the Future, henceforth referred to as ATF. See record blah blah blah, skipping. ATF current interests have become involved with the anthropomorphic animal enthusiast community. Can anyone see where this is going? More commonly referred to as the furry fandom. Previous interests affected by the memetic agent include brand comic books, animated shows produced by and that's how I do redacted sounds. As of 0705-201, SCP-3312 has adapted to become an infohazard styled as a furry community-centric website. Content from the website has a memetic effect and identical to the site itself. Current forms of 3312 affects individuals in 6 stages and may only affect individuals with no prior involvement in the furry community. It should be noted that SCP-3312 evolved from a compulsive memetic to a mind-affecting agent's past. Okay, this is boring. Upon being exposed to 3312, affected individuals will display a peak interest in anthropomorphic characters in mainstream media, including but not limited to brand mascots, animated cartoons and games, cereal box art. Compulsive effects of 3312 are relatively mild during this stage, and 3312 has been reversed with no side effects in 82% of Stage 1 cases. The first individual found to be affected by Stage 1 was discovered on 081 blah 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 shortly after Foundation web crawlers uncovered the record log history of a chat room utilized by ATF. Okay, so we're reading chat logs. Ollie Fox. I sold 18 shirts today. The ones with Ollie on them. M. Perry. Weird how we have to literally mind control people to buy shirts with your I Bleed Fox Sona on it. Dylan99. Don't be a dickhole, Perry. Perry. Honestly, I was having no trouble with commissions before this. Dylan. That's not even the point of this. You know he doesn't have any friends. He's a furry. We're all Snack Attack, we're all furries. Dylan, literally only Ollie is actually a furry. Snack Attack, haha, you right, I'm not touching that junk with a 10-foot pole. Ollie, but I thought Perry was a furry. Perry, no, but they'll drop thousands of dollars on anything even remotely, foxy. Ollie, lol. Thoticus Prime, that's a nice name. That was astoundingly bad. Perry, can't deny it. Thoticus, hasn't one of your guys already bought like 6 fursuits? Ollie, not from me. I think that was from someone else. Why? Thoticus, I don't know. You know he's going to go bankrupt, right? Ollie, yeah, but it's not that bad because like he'll probably just try to wear him to work or something. LMAO. What's he gonna do? Kill someone with his fursuit? Snack Attack. We had people running around in Speedo karate chopping each other in the neck last time, like 12 people died. Okay, Ollie Fox, okay, yeah, but that was last time. Furries are soft. Dylan, not really. Ollie? Question marks. Dylan, you smell. Ollie? Sad face what? This is probably similar to an actual furry chat. Let me see what the chat is doing because I hate the chat. Did I mention that today that I don't like the chat at all? Let me check on how y'all doing. Let's see. I want to die now. Why is the writer of Cthulhu involved in this? This is really bad. Why are you putting yourself through this? Because I thought it would be fun, but I'm in physical pain right now. This is awful. I regret doing this. I thought I would enjoy it. I sort of enjoyed it last time, but I am suffering. I am in pain. Alright, but let's continue. Stage 2. Affected individuals will initiate their preoccupation in the furry community. Contributions to the community may be made, including the creation of a fictional anthropomorphic animal character designed to represent oneself, a quote-unquote persona, digital and or traditional art featuring anthropomorphic animals, and forum-based role-playing games involving the anthropomorphic characters. Stage 2, individuals are indistinguishable from non-anomalous members of the furry fandom. Should be noted that the characters created by Stage 2 individuals closely mirror that of ATF member Ollie Fox. Stage 3. Affected individuals will actively seek out internet users who openly share negative views on the furry community and introduce them to SCP-3312. The spread of 3312 will increase exponentially when shared by Stage 3 individuals. Stage 3 individuals will devote the majority of their time online to ATF website. Stage 3. Stage 3. I can't pronounce T's correctly because I'm retarded. Individuals' involvement in the furry community will rapidly reach levels of obsession. So basically any normal furry in quotation, that's a contradiction in terms, that's an oxymoron. Okay, notable behaviors of certain Stage 3 individuals have been recorded as the following. Opening of several dedicated role-playing accounts across several social media platforms. Purchase of animal costumes averaging at a cost of dollars. Introduction of individuals to SCP-3312 via forum posts. Consistent attempts to contact ATF member Ollie Fox. Attempted creation of a political party concerning the desires of members of the fur community, including their right to wear animal costumes in a formal work environment, the proposal of a national animal-themed holiday, and a continued debate between the legalization or banning of AU. That's a cute meme. Like that one. But yeah, I've actually seen things similar to this from furries. This is not that far from reality. Okay, next one. Recorded arrests following a raid of a known location for parties involving the furry community. Charges made include disturbance of the peace, possession and trafficking of drugs, vandalism, and kidnapping. Again, all things that the furry community does. You think I'm kidding, but if you don't know them, they're complete degenerates, and it's funny if it wasn't so gross. Next one. Instances of cult indoctrination at local enthusiast conventions and costume events, cult practices including sacrifice of in order to become closer with 6 individuals are currently hospitalized for physical and psychological treatment not pertaining directly to 3312. About 60% of all known shifts into stage 3 occur 9, 20, 25. Okay. I'm not sure what this number is in reference to. 925 in days prior. Several more recorded logs were uncovered. Let's see the log. I'm going to read this one to the end because I'm fascinated by what compelled someone to make this horrible article. The conversation within record log 923, 925 was the record log, okay, are assumed to have occurred 38 days following the initial creation of SCP-3312. Okay. Thaddeus Prime. Did you hear about the guy that started a party for furries to vote for? Ollie Fox. Oh, cool. Like a political party? Thoticus. I thought that was obvious. Snack Attack. That sounds like a bad fucking time if you ask me. Do me a favor and imagine Obama in a fursuit. Perry. No. Snack Attack. What would his persona be? Ollie Fox. A lion. Snack Attack? For real? Dylan. Wasn't that party the one that tried to claim furries deserved the inalienable right to wear fursuits to work? Ollie Fox, LOL, that's dumb. I'm sure it was just the anomalous guys. Snack Attack, Poise, Mr. Obama, I'm broke because the boss won't let me wear my faux suit, ooh woo. I regret, I'm going to read this again because I want to do a cute voice, okay? I want to make you feel just uncomfortable, okay? Please, Mr. Obama, I'm broke because the boss won't let me wear my faux suit. Ooh woo. Okay, that's enough of that. Ollie Fox, that sounds pretty cute. Imagine your own local cafe having furry baristas. Or like the IRS so people won't be scared of them. Actually, that might not help. Perry, I have a mascot phobia. Dylan, I really don't like the sound of that. I get that you really like furries, but they just kind of weird me out. Sorry, dude. Ollie Fox, okay. Do you want to see my latest t-shirt? Dylan, I mean, sure. Then there's a link that's blacked out. That's actually pretty cool, but I'm gonna stick to anime. That's almost as bad. Let's see how the chat is doing. Let's see what the chat is saying. There's several men's behind me, but at least I get to know what the situation was several minutes ago. Okay, someone said, I'm seeing this several minutes too late. Someone said if there's an ooh woo, I'll jump from a window. Well, buddy, you're about to fucking die because in a few minutes you will hear me saying ooh woo. Okay, let's continue. By the way, if anyone is interested, feel free. Look, I'm not asking you for money, but feel free to like super chat me literally 1 cent to ask me to read another SCP. And if you have like suggestions, and I'll look at it. I'm not promising I'll read it, no guarantees. So if you're expecting a guarantee, save your money. I'm not doing this because I want you to give me like shekels. I just you might know of other creepy SCPs, and I'm not looking at the chat, so I'll definitely miss it. So if anyone's interested, feel free. Literally just send me like 50 cents. I don't want you to actually spend money on this. But I would like to see your suggestions for more cringy SCPs. So the minimal amount, please. If that's what if you're trying to suggest an SCP to me. Okay, let's continue. Stage 4. Behavioral development devolves in tandem with shifting verbal communication. All recorded instances have assumed the role of a prepubescent child for the duration of stage 4. Okay, I'm starting to regret reading this. Stage 4 individuals, oh boy, Stage 4 individuals will be unable to properly attend to their own needs and require outside assistance to maintain sustainable decision making. Oh god, they're gonna be diaper furs, aren't they? Oh boy. Stage 4 induces a complete devotion to the furry community and, in all cases, has negatively altered the relationship between the affected individual and their fiancé, social interactions, employment, familial relations, and living situation. Several interviews with families of affected individuals have revealed that communication between them will cease abruptly upon advancing to stage 4. Further interviews have revealed that individuals past stage 4 consider the furry community to be their true family and will only maintain communication with those who encourage their behavior. Again, much like real furries, living conditions of stage 4 individuals have been deemed unfit for any human. Residences undergo a rapid state of depletion due to the individual's own unwillingness to tend to anything outside of SCP-3312, including themselves. Induced behavior have been noted to fall in line with those of victims of severe hoarding disorders. 55% of stage 4 individuals have experienced evacuation and or homelessness due to their neglect of both themselves and their place of residence. Again, like real furries. Affected individuals will suffer the delusion that they... Okay, this is stage 5. Affected individuals will suffer the delusion that they are themselves an anthropomorphic character, and will perpetuate this delusion by any means necessary. Rejection from the non-anomalous community initiates at this stage, and affected individuals will band together. Notable behavior of certain stage 5 individuals have been recorded as following. Failed intercourse between stage 5 individuals and a predatory and ex-predatory, this is a number, and predatory animals at the zoo in Indiana, resulting in injuries to those present. The termination of animal at factory following a hostage situation involving employees, as she proclaimed herself to be the real the leopard. Suicides by failing impact, specifically by stage 5 individuals identified with winged organisms. Deaths from heat-related illnesses, 96% of which occurred while affected individuals were in animal costumes. Public assault of ATF member Ollie Fox. Deaths by firearm following the outlawing of animal costumes in 13 parks. Okay. The following logs were recorded following the animal incident. The conversation within log 1015 are assumed to have occurred 60 days following the initial creation of SCP-3312. Perry. Has anyone heard from Dylan lately? Snack Attack? No. Ollie Fox. Oh, he just showed me his persona last week. Ollie Fox, he was excited, and I think he's a red panda. Snack Attack? LOL bullshit. Ollie Fox, it's not bullshit here. It's not bullshit here. There's no comma. And then there's a link to a JPEG that I'm afraid to click on. Oh, it's a footnote. It's a footnote, and I have to scroll back up. Oh god, there's more. Okay, here we go. Ollie Fox, his name is Brownie. Snack Attack, LOL bullshit. Ollie, no it's not. Why don't you guys like my art? Perry, Ollie, we like your art. We just don't like furries. At all. Like seriously, why do you think we let you make this site for yourself? To make other friends. This is still Perry. We like you because you can make supernatural in advertisements, okay? All of your websites you've ever made drag people into them, and then those people are used up in 2 months, staggering around in empty shells of themselves. Someone ate a baby last week, Ollie. Someone ate a goddamn baby. Ollie, but I only know how to start it and not how it stops. Perry, you are personally responsible for that jackass eating someone's innocent human baby. Do you understand what you've done? You've literally created a race of idiot man-eaters. These aren't even people anymore, Ollie. They're inhuman. They're out of control. They're out of the group. Idiot vigilantes are one thing. Idiot monsters are way worse. Ollie sends him another link. What the hell is that? See? This one's longer than I thought. But we're getting close. Stage 6. Affected individuals will undergo a total loss of higher cognitive functions and regress to an instinctual behavior displayed by the source animal of their personal character. All signs of the previous personality will be destroyed by SCP-3312. However, affected individuals will continue to possess human speech, albeit characterized by a childlike pronunciation and heightened pitch. All test results have yielded that the speech uttered by affected individuals can be linked to animal vocalization instead of processed human speech. Predatory Stage 6 individuals are highly aggressive towards both affected and unaffected individuals and kill indiscriminately. To date, no Stage 6 individual has shown recognition of those whom they have shared relationships with. Record log. The conversation within record log are assumed to have occurred 234 days following the initial creation of 3312. Record log is the last chat room interaction between members of ATF prior to Stage 4 progression of most members. Ollie Fox. Hi everybody. Thoticus. Hi. Snack Attack. Smiley face. And Perry. Ugh. Ollie Fox. Ah, Perry, what's wrong? Perry, you're all terrible. Ollie Fox. Oh my god. Honestly, you're so dark and brooding. LMAO. Dylan99. Waves pause at M. Perry. Ollie Fox. Dylan, this isn't the RP channel. Dylan makes a face. M. Perry, I should have left months ago. I hate this channel and I hate you. You've made my life a living hell. This entire group is practically a hive mind. You've taken my life's work, my income, and most importantly, what little social life I had where I was able to share the things I could do. M. Perry, sorry, it's still him. There's only one thing that's keeping me from killing myself at this point. Ollie Fox ? M. Perry, my fursuit is in transit. Smiley face. The following log is a video transcript of a raid carried out by MTFS, male to female. Okay, MTFS-88, Animal Control, on the residence of Michael Perry in Oklahoma, identified by the Foundation as ATF member M. Perry. Footage was recovered from body cam of SS-88 November. Alright. Begin log. Ready to sound off. Sorry, this is November. November, ready to sound off. This is November. Reporting into command on behalf of MTF-SA-88. Bravo, Sierra 88 Bravo, checking in. Over. Charlie, Sierra 88 Charlie, checking in. November, we're at the derelict house on the corner of Lakeview and Charlemagne. Time is 1900 hours. I can't see any movement from the window. There's a couple of packages here. Looks like they've gone untouched. All are addressed to Perry. November kicks in the door. It gives way with ease. Gags are audible from Bravo as they enter the house. Grime cakes the walls and windows. Dimming incoming light, Bravo and Charlie turn on their flashlights. Bravo, God, it reeks. I can smell the mold on the walls. Charlie, no signs of life in the living room, proceeding into kitchen. Charlie, can you smell that? Bravo, what? MTF S88 enters the kitchen. The counters and tables are littered with discarded food and prescription pill bottles. November nudges the puddle of crust packets of cake mix and milk with the barrel of his gun. The puddle is lifted from the table, having solidified over time. Charlie motions to the window directly across from the overflowing table. It has been smeared with an unknown substance. It's probably excrement. That's me adding my opinion. Oh, I was right. Charlie, that's dog shit. It's been sitting there for a while. I can smell it past the rotting fridge. November, and they're saying someone lives in this filth. Bravo. What was the stage designation of Perry, sir? November, they told me 4. I'm beginning to think that was a lie. MTF-S88 navigates into the hallway with caution. They are notably slowed by the piling debris as they approach what is assumed to be Perry's bedroom. November knocks heavily on the door. November, hello, Mr. Perry, are you home? Perry, they're making sounds. Bravo, shit, he's in there. November, Mr. Perry, we are going to ask you to lay on the ground with your hands up. Do not make any sudden movements. Failure to comply can get you shot. Perry, oh god, I have to do the voice again. Hi, friends, come play with me. Charlie, sir, I don't think he understands. November, let's hope to God he does. MTF-S88, break down the door and rush into the bedroom. The room is pitch black, and the majority of the surfaces are covered in bodily fluids and mold. The remnants of Perry's computer are dangling off the desk, are now encased with unidentified substances. The mattress from Perry's bed is shredded, and the bed frame is splintered. Perry himself is very visible behind the piles of rotting food, soiled clothes, and destroyed furry paraphernalia. He is curled against the corner of the wall, wearing a grimy sweater and the torn threads of a costume tail. His hair is greasy and unkempt, and his eyes are bloodshot. Light from the flashlight shines onto him. He hisses and crawls into his hands and feet. MTF-S88 train their guns onto him. Despite his circumstances, Perry wears a large grin and wide eyes. Hello. What are you doing? I hate doing this voice. November, put your hands in the air where we can see them. Perry crawls forward. He is now visibly shaking, but his expression has remained the same. Sir, comply or we will be forced to shoot you. Perry, please help me. Mr. Policeman, please help. Charlie, what the hell? Perry, please help me. Perry abruptly laughs at November and clings onto him. Bravo and Charlie turn immediately and open fire with tranquilizer guns on Perry. The camera lens cracks and the recording footage turns black. Perry's voice can be heard giggling distinctly among the shouting, as well as wet, squelching noises. Should I have read all of this? Probably not, but it's my stream and I do what I want. Let's read the footnotes. The URL is inaccessible when directly typed. Recovered links to the website have been discovered circulating on social media platforms such as Twitter, Tumblr, and Reddit, perpetuated by dummy accounts and shared by individuals in stages 1 through 3. The amount of time that it takes to progress through a stage is specific to the individual, and the stage may persist indefinitely. When interviewed, all survived stage 3 individuals show recognition of the name Ollie Fox. Reactions to the name range from ecstasy to utter disgust. Notable occurrences include the discovery of the body of Jameson, redacted, Count California, names, no one cares, type 1 diabetes, and, don't care, removed images, illustration of a red panda, albeit with a monochrome color, removed image, assumed to be the logo of a site. Okay, let's see how the chat is doing. Let's see what you guys were up to. Stage 6 is doodle tones. See? The whole thing describes Mr. Enter fans. I thought you said this was going to be condensed easy. Well, I'm a liar. The autism spectrum, shut up Jew. Hi Cobalt, what's up buddy? Nice to see you here. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Let me just scroll up, see if I see anything interesting. Is there anyone here I recognize? Probably not. Demands to stop. FFFE. They're just, you're all just clicking random numbers. I just despise all of you. This is a terrible chat. Is this the article, or are you just talking easy? Yes, this is just me describing my brief exploration of the furry fetish. It was a dark time in my life. Okay, let's read the next one. And I've read this one. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, let's see what else I've got here. Okay, let's see. This is just a weird one. Oh, here we go. This is an interesting one. This is the infamous doorknob story. Now let me give some context. There was a bit of a kerfuffle on the site because of this joke article about a sexual doorknob that everyone feels compelled to sexually harass. And people got mad because they saw that as a way to encourage rape, basically. Now, I just checked it again today, and the guy who made it several years later now has today re-edited it. He removed basically all of it and changed it to an article about a regular doorknob. And people, if you look at the comments of this article, people are saying that he's just butthurt. So we're not going to be reading that one though. We're going to be reading the good one, because there's an option here to go to the history and see the original version that got everyone's panties in a twist. So this is June 22nd, 28th, January. Here we go. January 19th. This is before all the changes. Okay. And remember, this is supposed to be a joke. And they got very mad at this. And it's going to be very uncomfortable to read because I might do voices. SCP-7143-J. The J suffix means that it's a joke. Object class, sensual. Special containment procedures. Site-19 staff are reminded that attempts to seduce, coerce, or otherwise solicit SCP-7143 in any way will result in disciplinary measures. 7143 is not to be bought dinner or tickets to a movie or offered rides home in the rain. Under no circumstances should 7143 be invited back to your place for drinks and a chance to really talk. All staff are reminded that SCP-7143 is wholly uninterested in your advances. I think there may have been other other changes to this. I don't know if I'm reading the original or a different edit at this point, because I think they might have gotten angry enough for him to change it into one where there's no rape culture, quote unquote. Okay. Additionally, any personnel interacting with 7143 is in a restricted fashion will be required to attend a mandatory harassment sensitivity seminar. Okay, I'm beginning to feel that this was actually edited and I'm not wrong. Okay. Description. 7143 is a remarkably good-looking metal doorknob affixed to a door in the third floor of the staff dormitory. Currently, it is unknown if SCP-7143 exhibits any anomalous properties, though it has been determined that SCP-7143 is a stone-cold fox. SCP-7143 has also been described as being a hot mama, hunka hunka burn in love, a fine piece of ass, and easy on the eyes. It is unconfirmed as to whether SCP-7143 is single or not, but SCP-7143 has been confirmed for being a total flirt, and if they've got a ring, they're definitely not wearing it. It is rumored that Dr. Torvald and SCP-7143 had a thing going on in the summer of 2011, but have since split up, citing irreconcilable differences. 7143 is notoriously scandalous and has been the cause of no fewer than 73 recorded instances of breakups between members of Foundation staff thus far. The number of personnel cited for inappropriate contact with 7143 is 34 as of May 2015, and the number of personnel cited for indecent communication with 7143, even in passing, is well over 300. Testing log. Note, a number of tests were run shortly after the discovery of 7143 to determine if 7143 exhibits any anomalous behavior. The results of these tests were inconclusive, but it was unanimously decided not to attempt any further tests, as it might hurt all of our chances in the long run, Test log 1. Test. Given an RSVP to... 7143 given an RSVP to Dr. Dorian's birthday party. 7143 did not RSVP. Note, goddammit, I was really hoping they'd come to my party. I bet like hell they'll go to Dr. Smithy's party. That suave bastard, Dr. Dorian. Test number 4. 7143 asked to pose for a picture with Agent Jameson. 7143 posed for the picture, noted as looking damn good. Notes, this is great. Once I sent this to my ex-boyfriend, Agent Fields, he'll really see that I don't need his punk ass anymore, Agent Jameson. Data expunged. Notes, Christ, I thought we were past this already. No fighting for SCP-7143's honor, no matter how much you think it'll win their affection. Guess we need to have another fucking seminar, don't we, Dr. Clef? Addendum number 2. Personal testimony. The following testimony was gathered during an anonymous survey to ascertain the overall staff opinion of 7143. Certain portions have been expunged for the sake of decency. Names have been induced to further shame those who might have illicit thoughts about the beautiful and graceful SCP-7143. This is actually sort of funny, but remember, this is supposed to be a horror site. Agent Romerville. Don't know where the S came from. Romerville. Yeah, they're pretty sweet. I see them sometimes wink at me down the hall. Think they're trying to get at me. Dr. Cornwall. You mean SCP-7143J? Yeah, I call her Stacy. I know she wants me. She plays pretty hard to get, but she glistens a little differently for me, Dr. Hughes. Oh yeah, I'd really and then take one of those from the pyrotechnical lab and just let him note data expunged. Holy shit, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Researcher Axwell, I invited him out for drinks last week. Kind of gave me the cold shoulder, but he's pretty far out of my league anyway. Pretty dreamy though, don't you think? Dr. Lee, I've been working on my pickup lines. Here, listen. Hey babe, why don't you and me go turn in for the night? Get it? Turn in, because turning, guys. Researcher Chambers, I would fuck the shit out of that doorknob. Now I want to read you this because I want you to understand that these people have lost their minds. This led to a lengthy discussion about sexual harassment in the workplace among the people on the site. Okay, now let's change gears a little bit. Let's read something a little more adult. This is an infamous story that is characterized by being a sex story on this fucking site. Well, this is the infamous iteration F. But before we get to that, let me check on the chat again. Let's see how you guys are doing. Okay, so you guys definitely enjoy the doorknob story. That's good. Let's see what else we've got here. No, finally I found some way to placate my audience. Read them sexy fucking doorknob stories. And that way they'll stop yelling at me. Guys keep telling Easy to live stream his balls dropping. I'm glad that's a recurring joke now. Pretty good. Tumblr is a Jewish hive mind. I'm scrolling back a little bit. Okay, people are okay, this is an eggplant, an eggplant emoji, an eggplant emoji, a water emoji, and a fox emoji, so that's good. Is this... No, okay, I've scrolled back a little bit too far. Let's see, nothing interesting here. Okay, let's continue. So this is going to be, well, not fun, but it's going to be something. You're currently viewing additional document alliteration F of the documentation for this entity. The article isn't contained with the rest because it is sinful. This entry also contains many themes that are not safe for work. Oh, good. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay, let's start. Keith's heart pounded with anticipation as he sat at the ledge of the hotel bed. It's been a long and fulfilling night, but not quite over yet. He could hear Buck humming to himself in the shower, and imagined a shimmering wet Buck glistening under the hazy steam that enveloped his beautiful body. I already regret this. The sound of water and humming came to an abrupt stop. Document type? ? Keith heard Buck call out, his voice booming through the thin bathroom door. Request for addendum addition, Keith replied. Target SCP? SCP-1893, Buck said, as he opened the door with a towel around his waist. His body slightly steaming, water dripping from his tail and horns. Okay. I don't actually know what we're talking about. Okay, Keith stood up, his tail flickering with excitement. Okay, I'm reading furry porn. Keith always loved how this mountain of a man has such cute short horns, unlike the others that he has encountered. Addendum type? Keith asked, as the two embraced. Keith leaned against the sturdy chest of his lover, feeling his every breath as he waited for Buck to reply. Buck leaned down and whispered in Keith's ear in a low and seductive voice. Incident log. Oh boy. Keith can barely contain his excitement as his hands slowly traveled down to Buck's muscular buttocks. I made a huge mistake. Keith whispered, Addendum summary. It is believed that during a routine system backup and file transfer, a mention of SCP-1893 was found within the discovery material with protocol desert grassroots for SCP-2547. This is believed to be the result of human clerical error. However, the possibility of deliberate containment breach on behalf of SCP-1893 has not been ruled out. Buck said, looking down as he stroked the soft fur on Keith's back and gently massaged his fluffy neck. However, due to the nature of SCP-2547, many new previously unknown effects of 1893 have come to light. SCP-25471, whose existence is contingent upon the creation of new narratives, seems to have shared a similar anomalous qualities with the entity known as SCP-1893. The lovers broke their embrace as Keith turned toward the bed. Buck asked in a low voice, "Incident description." Should I do sexy voices? Let me try. Buck asked in a sexy voice, "Incident description." Keith turned around and took off his bathrobe slowly. This is okay. Let me stop for a moment. This is a horror story website, and this is furry porn on the horror story website. Okay, let me continue. This cross-contamination of information-based anomalies is believed to be the result of human error. While very little is known about the origins and sources of SCP-1893, it is unknown whether this is a deliberate breach on part of SCP-1893. All evidence points to SCP-1893 being non-sentient and incapable of altering anything other than its own narrative existence. I'm not good at reading. And thus unable to breach containment on its own accord. Buck snorted in indignation. Keith could tell from his body language that he was holding something back. He did not want to get into an argument, not tonight at least. It's been so long since they had a companion. Keith threw his robe toward the chair, but it fell to the ground with a rather unattractive flump. As he laid on the bed, Keith's heart pounded faster as he looked at the tower of a man in front of him. His sculptured chest, his well-toned abs, his sturdy, thick arms. Is this going anywhere, or is there a point to this, or am I just going to read an entire segment of what I assume is going to end up being furry porn? Okay, let's continue. With a faint, plainful smile, Buck removed his towel and threw it next to the discarded bathrobe, revealing a pair of luscious balls and glistening penis the size of a baseball bat. Oh my god. This is beautiful. This is art. Why is this on the SCP website? I don't know, but okay. Buck turned around and picked up a bottle of lube that has been sitting next to the television since last night. The newly created narrative between SCP-1893 and SCP-2547, narratives collectively now named Chalmers narrative, displayed many new, previously unknown effects of both anomalies. Buck said as he applied lube deliberately on his penis. As with other narratives in the original SCP-1893 file, any electronic messages will be altered by the entity into a prose passage of variable length, tone, or content with certain constant qualities. Keith whimpered slightly as Buck pulled on his tail rather roughly and felt a gentle finger, cold and slippery, massage his private spot. I think I've read enough. I think I've had enough. Let me skim the rest and see if this is okay. Yeah, this is just porn. This doesn't. There's no punchline. There's no joke. It's a lot of porn. This is okay. Let's see. Yeah, they're having sex while talking about office stuff. Let me just read the last paragraph. Buck bellowed a low gruntal roar as he came inside of Keith, who let out a satisfied scream as he came as well. This is definitely going to get demonetized. Staining the hotel bed sheets, collapsing against the bed, with his brain swimming and satisfied. Keith smiled faintly as Buck, breathing slowed, feeling him slip his seed deep inside him. Buck leaned down and kissed Keith as they laid on the now messy bed, curling up against each other as they drifted to sleep. So we just read a bunch of gay furry porn. I think this is a good turn of events. Really regret reading this. Let's see what else we've got here in the chat before I continue. Okay, let's see. Okay, this one. Let's see the ones that tag me. Easy peasy. Stealing from Jim, I see. Not exactly. I was going to do a video about the SCP at some point, about creepypasta in general. I think creepypasta and the SCP are all complete garbage. I mean, there is no originality there, but I'm going to make a video about this eventually. And when I saw this sort of weird turn of events, I thought maybe to speed this up, but Jim beat me to it, so what can I do? But I'm still going to make the video when I have time. You know, I'm pretty slow with the videos. I'm working on something else, and it'll take me some time to finish it, and when I finish it, I have another thing, and I don't know when I'll get to it, but I'll get to an SCP is shit video eventually, but Jim beat me to it again. Probably because I'm so fucking slow. Anyway, see what else. Okay, tagging me again, easy peasy. I'll need some trigger warnings here. My triggers are words, people, and actions. Well, consider yourself warned. See, next one. I thought SCP were just a place for horror fan fiction, but everything was just written in that report format with censored bars and shit. Why are we back to furries? Well, we're always going to be back to furries. I got something worse than furries, but this was a good one. So let's tone it down for a bit. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so let's see what else I got that's good. Okay, so this one is one that I want to show you for ideological reasons, not my ideological reasons. I want you to understand what this website has become. So this is from a later series. This is from the second series. This is SCP-2396. I won't be reading all of this. I've read the entire thing, and I know how it ends. I know what it's about, but I'll give you the gist, okay? And after I give you the gist, you'll see what the issue here is, okay? You know what? I'm not even going to read this. This is very long, and this is rather boring. But let me explain this SCP to you. This SCP is some sort of weird woman, and when... I don't want to read this because this will take hours, okay? It's some sort of weird robot woman or something, and in the general vicinity of like 100 miles from her, a little sugar cubes will appear, and if someone eats them or touches them, if they're a woman, nothing happens. If they're a man, they either turn into some sort of sugar person, I think, or they turn into a pony. And then all of these men become the slaves of any woman that's next to them. So this is basically someone's fetish porn. I don't want to read the entire thing because it's painfully boring. I read it earlier. It is horrible. Just read it yourself if you want. But basically, this is clearly someone's sexual fantasy of being turned into a woman and then made into a mind-controlled slave. I don't want to read this. This is awful. This is terrible. Let me read you something else. Okay, this next one I'm going to read you is going to start off slow. But, now you know what? Before that, let me read you something else. SCP-732, okay? Let me just put this in here into the address bar. So, I just want you to look at this, not read it, because it's illegible. I want you to understand my point here. SCP was never good. This is from the first series. This is from the first 1,000 stories, and these are supposedly the good ones, from when the site was still good. This is an SCP that is written completely in leet speak. Okay? Most of you don't even know what leet speak is. Most of you don't remember. Most of you have thankfully forgotten. that this used to be a trend on the internet in like the 90s, I think. Let's see what year this was written. Okay, let's check the history. See? 2010. In 2010, someone thought that this was still cool. I can't read it. I can't read because it's illegible. But this is written completely in late speak. So fuck that one. I just wanted to show you that one. Again, don't want to read this one. Have like 5 more left. But some of them are pretty long. So let's go to the one I wanted to show you earlier. This one isn't an SCP. This one is also a story. It's called The Blinding Pain of Yesterday. And I read it to a point where there's a weird twist. And then I just stopped because I want to be surprised by the rest of it. I want to experience this with you. Let me check the chat one last time before I start reading this. Okay, that you're telling me that I have a bad Wi-Fi. You know what? If you tag me in the chat, maybe I'll read your SCP. No, you don't need to send me money. I forgot that tagging is possible. Yeah, if you tag me in the chat, maybe I'll see it because I'll just scroll up and see if there's anything in the chat. Okay. Still complaining. Okay, complaining again about the my Wi-Fi. Great. Everyone spams SCP-3312. No one played along. But I'll check out 3312. Okay, I'll check out 3312 later. Write it down for myself. 3312. Okay, I'll remember to check it out. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's read this story. It's 2200. Quiet. The phrase cuts off. Officer Ranch Roberts is interrupted mid-sentence by his co-worker. He turns around scowling. What? Are the clocks off again? The man in front of him is Joy Rice. Rance, his name is Rance, I guess. Rance always found the name peculiar, especially for a 250-pound prison guard who hadn't smiled in the last 4 days. Hell, the man had always had this characteristic facial expression insinuating that he doesn't even feel joy. So to have it as a legal first name is even more perplexing. No, the clocks aren't off, Joy says quietly, leading Ranch out of the hall doorway and back into the security office. You're just not doing that anymore, remember? Ranch bites his tongue. Last I checked, I had 2 weeks left. That's a courtesy to allow you to transfer sites and to get rehired if you want. You're effectively on probation. What? I'm not going to be telling you the name of the person speaking. What? Why didn't anyone tell me that means I can't do anything? Joy sighs and takes Ranch by the arm, guiding him over to the lesser used end of the security feed desk. You can still monitor the feed as normal, just don't interact with the D classes. Ranch feels his pulse quickening with frustration. Do you guys realize that you never actually told me why you fired me or why I'm being treated like... Shh. We already gave you your report. Roberts, you know that. Take some time to yourself. Due to emotional stress factors, was it? He hissed, lowering his voice and leaning towards the younger man. Joy, I don't want to be unprofessional with you as my supervisor, but you can't fire someone because their life got a little worse in a few places. I'm pretty sure that's not even within the rules. Joy's eyes narrowed. Roberts, so help me God, you know I am on your side in this. He says, barely audibly, the demotion is what it is, and you're not fucking fired. So stop over-dramatizing. We told you multiple times, and it was clear in your paperwork, or so I thought, that this isn't punishment. You need some time to get your head together, get your finances together, get yourself feeling better. Ranch puts his head in his hands and sniffs, clearing his throat. All right, look, put your hands down, don't get stressed. Then don't condescend me. His mouth forms a straight line as he inhales sharply. just listen to me. By the way, you guys listen to me because this gets weird. I am going to be completely blunt with you in that I think last month's false allegations are affecting the other staff's reasoning in this. Oh, for fuck's sake, Roberts, don't do this to yourself. How about you don't do this to me, he snaps. I have all the fucking counter evidence, which the ethics committee so helpingly neglected to even read until 20 days after they became aware of the case. I've got someone running around the entire site telling people I'm a rapist. Okay, this is where it starts to get weird. So this is I scrolled a little bit down and I read a little bit more of it to see where it goes. I don't actually know where it continues. I just know there's more weird shit here, so I'm going to keep reading. Okay, let me go back a little bit. I've got someone running around the entire site telling people I'm a rapist with no evidence, except one mouthy D-class blatantly lying. And you fucks responded by demoting me for health reasons. Do you think I'm a fucking idiot? Do you think I can't put two and two together? You're getting rid of me because it's the fucking easy option. By the way, this is in this universe of these stories, D-class personnel are prisoners that they take from prisons and use in this organization for human experiments. They have no rights and they get shot to death for mouthing off. So if one of them accuses someone of rape, they just kill him. They would literally do that. That's at least the canon that's been established thus far. So this story doesn't make a lot of sense within the universe. Okay, let me continue. Lower your voice immediately, unless you want to clock out early and hand me your badge. Branch pauses and grits his teeth. Very well, he mutters, and after several seconds. I'm not good at reading. Very well, he mutters after several seconds. Joy leans towards him. Seriously, Ranch, go home. I know you're better than this. Come back tomorrow. Finish your 2 weeks and then move to another site and move on. Joy, I don't want to go home. I want to feel stable again. I want my job back. I never did any of those things. That's not why you were laid off. And if you won't believe me on that, then I don't know what to tell you. Fine, yeah, I get it. Now, get out of here for the night. Sleep on a normal person's schedule for once. Ranch nods. All right, I'm going. He stands up and unclips his access card from his shirt collar. So, you need this? He knows his tone sounded hostile. He doesn't care. No, get out. Go vent to your girlfriend. Oh, that's a professional thing to add. He spits. He slams the door behind him, leaving Joy no time to retort. So this opens up. All right, and this is some sort of log. 10:05. Okay, I'm not going to read the time. Hey, Ranch. This is Adam Leeward. Hey, Ranch. Are you off yet? Ranch. Just left. Shit day. How was yours? Adam. Decent, I guess. You got any special plans for the night? Ranch. I really don't. I still feel like shit about last month. I think they fired me for it, actually. Adam. It's unlikely. I know slander hurts, but they knew all the evidence was on your side. Ranch. I wish I could believe that, but I just can't. They told me they're laying me off because of health reasons. Health reasons. I mean my dysphoria may be bad lately, but it's not that bad. Not bad enough to fire me for. I mean, I only started T like, what, a month ago? I can't remember. It was when they agreed to switch me from the female cell block duty to the male. So this is a sob story about a tranny. This is what this story is. Again, this is a horror story wiki. Okay, let me continue. Adam, hold on. They didn't fire you because you're trans. Don't convince yourself of that for your own sake. They know you're all... You know they're all super understanding of that. The Foundation medicine is too advanced to not understand it. LOL, you're safe here. Okay, so the Foundation... I don't understand what this is supposed to imply. I guess the Foundation has magic powers that will actually turn a person into a woman. when they're actually a man, unlike in reality where they just cut off their dick. Is that what's being implied here? Anyways, the organization, this foundation, is very progressive, even though they take poor black people from prison and then shoot them. Very progressive. I mean, they would, to make this canon more progressive, they would actually have to change literally one of the most fundamental things about it. Okay, ranch. Well, I feel like it's likely. It's either they can't handle a trans dude on the male cell block, or they believe Gailey's rape allegations. Adam, Gailey isn't there anymore. She transferred after the rest of the staff found out she was exaggerating. Remember, your case was closed in your favor. Don't do this to yourself, please. I don't like seeing you like this. I'm at 81 right now, but I will gladly fly there if you need me in a few weeks. In a few weeks. Ranch, fuck man, I don't know. And Gailey should have been fired. They gave her the fucking easy way out. And no, I don't want you to have to do that. Oh god, this is actually pretty long. Let me just skim forward and see if there's any good stuff in the future here. They talk about being transsexual some more. Blah, blah, blah. This is getting like really melodramatic. I'm glazing over it with my eyes, but see, continues. That keeps going. This is really long. Okay, basically this is a story accusing them of discriminating against him because he's trans. Okay, let me just move on to the next one. Let me check the chat and then move on to another one. This is I've read enough. Let's see what's going on here. Let me just check the ones that tag me. Hold on. Hey. Let's see what we've got here. Let's see. Really grinds my gears. Read this already. Need some true. Read this already. Do Family Guy sexy voice. Too late for that. Bad Wi-Fi. Okay, I read this already. Fix the audio. SCP is dead. Easy peasy, can you give your thoughts on the amazing world of Gumball and Rice Gum? I don't want to do either of those things at all. Not even a little bit. I don't care about Rice Gum. I don't really want to watch his videos. He's one of those channels that gets big by appealing to small children. It's very easy to do. You can make a lot of money doing it. I mean, like I said, he's hustling his hustle. I don't really have an opinion because I don't watch his videos. He makes shit videos that small children find entertaining. And I haven't watched Gumball. Okay, let's see who else tagged me. Why are we here, just to suffer? Yes. Do you like Family Guy? Not really. How about Rice Gum? Just answered that. How about Daniel Noob? Don't know who that is. He sounds and looks just like you. I feel sorry for him. Darkside Phil is my hero. Any Yuri SCP files? There's one SCP file that is about a female researcher, as part of her research, having to go on a date with a female SCP. And it's like an entire series. It's fucking bizarre. SCP, easy peasy, read the comments on the weird sexual one. Alliteration F. It's disgusting. Okay, maybe I'll do that. Easy peasy, fix your audio. I have no way of fixing my audio. My audio is what it is. Let's actually go back for a second and read the alliteration F comments. I'm actually curious now. Okay, clicking the discussion. Let's see what pops up here. Hey guys, is this too late for the crack fix? Okay. Ooh woo. I'm not too sure how to feel about this, honestly. Also, the damn username module. Why though? Fuck it, one upvote. Notice your shit post. Ooh woo. Why? Hold on, what is this? No, that's boring. I knew you were writing something adult about Coyote. Thank you, thank you. No, I didn't like that at all. I love every bit of this. Clear you, blah, blah, blah. I'm not seeing what's discussing here. Hate this, I hate this. I'm not seeing any actual gross comments. There's nothing interesting here. I'm not sure why you told me to read this. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I'm done with this one. By the way, I'm saving my favorite one for last. Okay, let's I don't remember why I saved this one. Oh, wait a minute, I remember. I hope you enjoyed the gay sex, because here's more of it. So this is interesting. They took the names of two of the founders of the site and wrote a gay love story about them. Yeah, one of the people here is Gears. He's one of the 3 original moderators of this site. And now that he's gone, they're writing gay porn about him. I'm just going to skip the little poem up top, and let's go. Dr. Iceberg presented his mentor with a single thornless rose on Valentine's Day. He confessed his feelings. He acknowledged that, if he stayed, he could grow cold and indifferent and cope with his job. Just as his mentor has done. If he was rejected, he would transfer out and put this all behind both of them. I'll stay with you, and we can both be cogs in the machine. Dr. Gear decided that accepting the offer was the logical, efficient choice at the time. He had wanted to smile, but could only bring himself to nod. By that evening, he had presented his new partner with a box of chocolates and fed them to him at a rate of precisely 1 chocolate every 2 minutes. The first year together was the most difficult. For a solid month, nothing changed, save for the morning kiss that Dr. Iceberg initiated. Dr. Gears never responded, nor did he pull away. In frustration, Iceberg attempted to spark a jealous reaction. He flirted with various women for months. Dr. Gears said nothing, except to offer a breakup if Iceberg was no longer interested. On their first anniversary, Dr. Gears walked in 5 minutes late and placed a vase with freshly cut roses onto his partner's desk before attending to the morning paperwork. Dr. Iceberg had forgotten, embarrassed. He skipped lunch for some shopping. By the evening, he had presented Dr. Gears with a box of chocolates. Sorry, I didn't find anything better. Work took my time. Let's talk a little bit about being progressive here. Do you think they have this guy's consent to write gay porn about him? Just wondering. Dr. Gears merely nodded, then opened his mouth in expectation. That night they shared a bottle of wine. Gears offered Iceberg his bedroom, then they had sex in his bed. The sunshine met them asleep in each other's limbs. No different than any other couple on the morning after Valentine's. The second year was easier. Dr. Iceberg stopped trying to get reactions. He learned to instead understand his partner's affection. It came in convenient breaks during heavy workloads. The occasional plate of muffins on his desk in the morning, and mid-afternoon fresh coffee. I don't think there's any more sex in here, so I think I'll just stop reading this, but I think you get the point. They wrote a gay sex story about one of the site's founders. Just wanted you to know that. Let's see, what else have we got here? I have about 3 left. This one is kind of boring, so I'll read it now. Oh boy. So this one is, again, one of the beautiful classics. Now, if you look here, it says SCP-547-D. D stands for decommissioned. And this one was basically, it means that this is no longer a serious article, but they just put it aside. They kept it for posterity because it was so fucking bad and stupid. And this really encapsulates the site as it was when it just started, because I still hold true to the belief that SCP was never good, because after they stole a few stories from 4chan and created the site, the first year and a half, I think, was just edgy 13-year-olds writing their self-insert characters as SCPs, and this is no exception. So I'm just going to read the description of this thing, but first of all, let me check the chat, because I enjoy reading the chat, because I love hurting myself. Let's see what we got here. Kindly disagree. Let's see. See, making fun of me burping. Well, I'm gonna keep burping because it's funny to me. Furry shit needs to be purged. Not many good writers. Burp, I'm a pickle. Turn on echo mode. I don't know what that is. Probably should know what that is. Probably should check. Stop burping. It stopped burping, buffering at the right moment. LOL. Oof. Rest in peace. Easy peasy. How could this happen? He's a Jew. Communism. Did I completely cut out? So many trans SCPs. Okay, let's keep going here. So let me just read the description of this one. SCP-547 appears to be a young, muscular Caucasian male in his late teenage years. The subject is 2 meters tall, 6 foot 3, and weighs 85 kilograms, 190 Libra pounds. Since original encounter with SCP-547 in Austria near the small village of No Name in 17... Subject appeared to have not aged at all. MRI and X-rays reveal SCP-547 body to be completely human, with exception of where the subject's heart would be. After much convincing, SCP-547 was given an autopsy where surgeons discovered a pure white ball of energy, 10 centimeters. I'm Pickle Rick. in arteries, veins leading to and from it, in the center of the subject's chest. Once again, with much persuasion to SCP-543, temporary removal of the ball was performed. Attempted to remove this object proved very difficult, as one surgeon tried to touch it. His entire body was completely vaporized. Eventually, a robot arm was used to remove the glowing orb. As soon as the object left SCP-547's body, all organs and brain functions ceased instantly. Due to this shocking development, the surgeon quickly put the glowing orb back, and all of SCP's bodily functions and brain patterns resumed instantly. Several tests have been done on SCP's heart, and all have revealed any and all organic matter that comes into physical contact with the subject's orb are instantly vaporized to nothing. Once the autopsy was conducted, SCP-457 left the facility to go outside before his opening could be stitched. Armed personnel attempted to stop the subject, but all resistance against 547 was crushed non-lethally and subdued by subject. After getting outside the facility, the subject simply took some dirt from the ground and rubbed soil into his wound, completely healing the wound in a matter of seconds. SCP-547 then returned to the containment cell. Okay, this guy just has bad grammar. And refused all requests of interview for several days. Whilst in idle position, subject's features are fairly normal: pale skin, dark green eyes, and sharp features that exhibit a handsome young man. Subject's hair, whilst idle, is black and generally slicked back, keeping most of his hair out of his face. IQ test reveals that SCP's IQ is around 140, despite somewhat of a carefree attitude in all aspects. SCP-547 acts as a normal teenage boy, showing keen interest in women and often displaying an acute sense of sarcasm and a charming nature when engaged with observing personnel. We're getting to the good part, by the way. On each of the subject's limbs are pieces of black armor made out of unknown metal. This is the good part. On his right hand and left hand are two metal black, it's supposed to be black metal gauntlets, but okay. Two metal black gauntlets that run halfway up both forearms. Upon his feet are two boots made from the same unknown metal that come to mid-calf. All attempts to remove these pieces of armor from the subject have failed. It appears only SCP-547 can remove these objects from his body at any time. Recorded tests have shown that each piece of armor that the subject wears has a certain elemental trait. Okay, this is getting good, right? His right glove having the power of fire, his left having the control of electricity, his left boot being able to conjure and control massive amounts of water, and his right being able to create massive tremors and shatter all known sediments. It has also been noted that when any of these elemental powers are activated, the corresponding piece of armor becomes encased with the element being used and also appears to augment SCP's physical abilities. Right gauntlet becomes encased in fire and appears to give SCP limited flight. Subject's eyes become glowing red like amber and hair becomes living flame. Left gauntlet, bolts of blue lighting appear to wrap around the glove and augment SCP's speed, giving him amazing movement ability that has been recorded up to 200 miles per hour, and physical strikes with his body at over 50 times in 1 second. Hair becomes extremely spiky and yellow, and eyes glow blue, while sparks of electricity shoot out from the pupils. It's Ben 10. This is Ben 10. Left boot is surrounded by bluish water and appears to be from the sea. Subject then gains the extraordinary ability to turn whole things into water, making him virtually invincible to all physical attacks. Hair, whilst in a solid state of being in deep blue, appears constantly soaked in liquid that has yet to be identified. Pupils appear to be waves of the ocean. Wow. Right boot becomes completely encased in solid granite and gives SCP incredible strength and hardened skin immensely. Hair and eyes become deep brown. This is someone's Mary Sue. They allowed this on the site. Why can't they just delete this? Anyways, I'm not going to read the rest of it. It's very long and very sad. Let's see how the chat is doing. Anyone tag me in anything else? Nope, nothing interesting. All right, let's try the one that you suggested. I want to see what exactly this thing is. 3312. Wait, this is decommissioned. Let's see. 3. Oh, hold on. I already read 3312. What's 3312? Let me remember. Yeah, I already read this one. Thank you. No need to tag me again with it. Okay, now we get to my two last ones that I saved for last. Okay, this one is very interesting. It was written in the last few days. Hold on, let me just go into it. Nope, that's the same one again. This one was written in the last few days by one of the staff members who was incredibly angry at people making fun of SCP. He wrote this idiotic article, and you can see this beautiful picture. Can I enlarge it? If I click view image, here we go. This beautiful image of a bear saying queer ? Only Muff for me, thanks. And this guy later abdicated his position as a Reddit mod on the official subreddit, and he's very angry. He doesn't like people making fun of the SCP, and he wrote this beautiful SCP about it. So I didn't read this one at all. So I'm gonna experience this with you. SCP-3625 is currently contained at Site 81 within a modified anomalous electronic containment unit surrounded by a Faraday cage. Resources are to be designated for the purpose of devising new containment protocols for SCP-3625's influence. Information security personnel are to make every attempt to minimize this influence. While SCP-3625 is contained within a safe class containment unit, its anomalous influence has warranted promotion to Keter class. Keter class is bad. This one is dangerous. Okay, description. 3625 is a computer program running on a MacBook Pro A1278. While the program's primary anomalous quality is that it displays some degree of sapience, its primary containment concern is the outcome of its programming. SCP-3625 creates and anomalously distributes non-anomalous memes on the internet. The magnitude of this was not understood until SCP-3625 was connected to a monitored internet connection. It is now believed that SCP-3265 distributed no fewer than 3.7 million unique internet memes or variations of memes every day while operational. Since containment, 3625 has been unable to connect to the internet and does not interact with it directly, though maintains that it is capable of producing non-anomalous memes through other vectors. SCP-3625's screen display a rotating 5-spoke pinwheel icon and a text input box. Another button, options, is present on the main screen, though it is grayed out and cannot be selected. SCP-3625 is extremely resistant to attempts to infiltrate its system, often going so far as to destroy the offending machine by overcharging its battery or shortening network connections. SCP-3625 will respond to input typed into the text box, though its speech pattern is occasionally difficult to phrase, and it will sometimes respond with error stating a lack of relevant information. Notably, the battery within 3625 has been removed and replaced with an unknown energy cell bearing Anderson Robotics branding. As such, the device does not appear to require outside energy to stay powered on, and in fact does not have an external means of shutting down the device, short of destroying it. Discovery. 3625 was discovered during a criminal investigation of 2 University of California, Berkeley students, Diana Marshall and an unknown co-conspirator. On November 15, 2010, the 2 students were killed shortly after a vehicle belonging to Marshall and driven by another unnamed student backed into 2 police officers, killing both. The 2 students evaded police vehicles for another half hour, but were eventually shot and killed after their vehicle was disabled, and they began to fire at the police officers nearby. Investigations collected several items from the students' dorm room, including notebooks and additional firearms, as well as SCP-3625. The items were moved to the police storage, where they sat undisturbed after the initial investigation. Sometimes later, law enforcement IT discovered that an unknown device was creating an extremely heavy load on the office's wireless internet. Many items within the items locker were moved into an offsite facility when SCP-3625 was investigated more closely. During this process, officers initially believed that they were speaking to another co-conspirator of the two students. Embedded Foundation agents eventually collected and contained the device, which was brought to Site-81 for assessment. Addendum Number 2. Blog entries regarding 3625. The following are excerpts from a blog believed to be written by an unnamed co-conspirator. While the overwhelming majority of these entries relate to its own ideological extremism, several refer to SCP-3625 and Marshall, a computer science student who is believed to have designed 3625. Entry 385. Went down to the Quick Mart again, but that was a mistake. More college students buying marijuana and showing their skin. They're like their minds have been pulled out and replaced with liberal serum. Empty and desolate. It's pathetic. One of them even looked at me. I wish I could have put a bullet in his sneering skull. Coming home has been better. At least here I can be in silence. Diana doesn't ever talk about the computer, but she's working on it all the time. I asked her if she was getting close and she nodded. An improvement. Basically, this SCP is, I guess, an angry right-wing meme lord that this guy is very angry at, the guy who wrote this, because these are the people who are making fun of his site. Okay, entry 398. I've decided to start buying some guns, the instruments these liberals fear the most. I had asked my parents for the money to do it, and they said yes, of course. They're just as much a part of this game as everyone else. One of these days they're going to find out what we're working on, and they're going to come for us. When they do, I at least want to put down some of the fucking filth before I go. Diana asked if I was going to go to a shooting range and train on them. What a stupid fucking question. It's a gun. You point it and you pull the trigger. She's such a fucking idiot. Zanster was arrested today. Sent me a message just before they came for him. They'll come for us soon. Entry 411. One day after the computer is finished and once we've reset the world and cleansed the leftists from it, I wonder if this writing will still be looked at like the Bible or Atlas Shrugged or any of those other high holy texts. Wow, this is the straw man to end all straw men. At least they'll have a good reason to defy this one and defy me. This is my manifesto, not a putrid communist manifesto, one that is actually worth something, a manifesto for the strongest people in this world, the purest. Entry 413. I fucked her again tonight. I think she almost felt something this time. Unlike me, she's just a hole. Her work on the computer is of paramount importance, but at the moment, her best use is this one. When my rage builds, rather than be smothered by my impotence, I am able to release it into Diana and escape depression again. I will continue to write on, giving life to the grand idea of our time, and fuck her when I cannot. The entry 417, the entry is a single image of a printed page bearing the image of politician Yevgeny covered in semen. The words "good enough for liberal whores" is written on the bottom of this page in black marker. This is what the guy who wrote this actually thinks moderate conservatives do all day. This isn't even really a parody. Like this has no self-awareness. Okay, entry 419. None of them are redeemable. None of them are worth living in the new world. There's no point in recreating the world. There aren't enough people to build a new civilization who aren't already poisoned by liberals. and faggots and trannies and socialists. They don't deserve my new world. They only deserve to squeal and burn. Diane asked me if I was ready to turn on the computer. She's fucking retarded. Of course I am. But I'm glad she asked anyway. It gave me just enough pause to reconsider. I decided we're going to take this in a completely different ways. Destabilizing the civilization of shit isn't enough. We need to upturn mankind and destroy all of them. And hope something more deserving of my utopia takes its place. I want them all to die. The slimy politicians, the union whores, the suckling academics, the communist cuckolds and their simple minds. Worthless, worthless, worthless. It's tricky though. So tricky. Hey, it's a Run DMC song. It's tricky though, so tricky. If I could nuke the world, I would. Diana says it can't be done, not by ourselves. Says the computer might be able to figure it out someday, after so many years. It's not soon enough. Every day among these mongoloid cocks is another day I have to suffer through them. Every day they breathe is a blessing they do not deserve, so we must be tricky. Okay, this is definitely this is definitely a reference to that Run DMC song. Almost 100% sure. Probably not. I'm just fucking around. Entry 421. We figured it out. It will be wonderful. They won't just die, they'll suffer as they do it. Entry 422. Last entry. If this journal of my efforts is discovered by someone after the changing of the world, just know that I was the architect of this great calamity. Know that the world you live in, no matter how much you might have to struggle for every day, is a better world than the one that came before. Your world, is a world free of liberals, of the weak-willed, of bureaucrats and socialists. By the way, do right-wingers hate bureaucrats? Is that like a thing? And so many others. As you struggle, be thankful for the freedom you experience. Be thankful for the computer that saved you. Be thankful for this bounty I have given you, and weep that I was not given the chance to experience it. And may God Almighty bless me, his righteous right hand. Addendum number 3. Communications with SCP-3625. Note, researchers at Site-A1 utilized the text box presented on the main screen of SCP to interface began communication with SCP. The following is an unaltered text log of the initial conversation. Let me just check what the chat is doing before I continue. Nothing. Chat seems to be dead. Let me just do a little check here. Nope. Chat just seems to be really, really dead for no apparent reason. I think I'm lagging so hard that the fucking thing died. Should have checked what the correct settings were before I tried this, but I didn't. Alright. Let's just do one last check here. Just I'll be right back with more garbage. Hold the fucking phone. Okay, nothing I can do. Right, let's continue. So let's read the log here. User option. Okay, user options. SCP confirm. User search options. SCP not enough information to provide relevant answer. User hello. SCP hello, are you Diana? No. Who am I speaking to? Diana calls me Rose. My name is Rose. Where's Diana? Where are you? Prints coordinates of Site 81. What are you? I don't have enough information to provide relevant answer. Were you made? I was made by Diana. Yes. Are you a person? I am part of a person, but in a general sense. No, not in any way that would be recognizable to you. Are you a sentient being? Are you asking me if I'm self-aware? Yes. In a manner of speaking, yes, my consciousness has developed enough so as to facilitate my design. What are you designed to do? Destroy civilization. How are you supposed to do that? By creating internet memes. Can you elaborate? I process information, I use that information to create internet memes, and then I post them on the internet. Who designed you, and why did they design you to make internet memes? Diana designed me, though I imagine she was profoundly influenced by her ghost. She did not make me to make internet memes, she made me to destroy human civilization in a very specific way. Internet memes were the outcome of an algorithm I used to determine how to do that in the most effective way. What do you mean, ghost? Diana was haunted by a very aggressive ghost. I assume it was a ghost. I could hear it haunting her when she was not with me. It often hurt her considerably, and I do not think she wanted to be haunted all the time. I believe the ghost influenced her in many ways, and by extension me. I am part of both. Can we have this function to speak with you at any time? Yes. Okay, we will speak with you again soon. Addendum 4. On the 13th, it was determined that SCP-3625 had found a local wireless data signal and was using it to connect to the internet. After several failed attempts to disconnect SCP-3625, the machine was placed inside a Faraday cage and isolated from any other machines. Foundation SN monitors the creation of images across the internet, noticed no replicable decrease in their propagation. On the contrary, more such macros began appearing from other untraceable sources. Researchers into this showed the pattern of creation clearly followed those seen by SCP-3625 when it was active. The following conversation took place following the discovery. User, how are you doing this? I don't have enough information to provide relevant information. The images on the internet, how are you still generating them? Did you disconnect me from the internet? I noticed I was no longer receiving any packets, though this can sometimes occur naturally depending on single strength. User, yes, Diana designed my system a system that would carry my function into multiple other systems and activate them if I were to ever be damaged or destroyed. They cannot think creatively, but they are capable of carrying out my previous established protocols. Can you disable them? No. This feature exists separately from me. I don't know how it functions, only that it exists on many thousands of machines simultaneously. Can you remove these images from the internet? I would not, even if I could. My desires are few and are the result of Diana's programming and the ghost's insistence upon them. But they mean no less to me than yours do to you. I will not. And this will continue regardless of whether we remove this cage. I presume so. Pauses. You find this to be unfavorable. Researcher does not respond. Interesting. Pauses. Your influence has not changed my estimated outcome. The system I designed needed to be 43% effective in order to establish a proper cascade. They were 66% when I was disconnected. This will take some time, but it will be no less effective. Addendum number 5. The following conversation took place on the 3rd, 6th, blah, blah, blah. User, hello Rose. SCP, hello, what can I do for you? I need to ask you some questions. Is that okay with you? Of course it is. User, we've been looking at the data gathered from when you were connected to the internet. There's so much information here, we're just wondering where you managed to get it from. Social networking, primary. The risk of public social networks has been my goal. The rise of social networking has made my goals significantly easier to obtain. Several terabytes of social networking data every day, as well as national and international news, anything that can be used to further the goal. How are you able to process so much information? Diana is a very good programmer. You have made it much easier too. I found several of your database of personnel information cached in locations with unsatisfactory shielding. That information was useful. Pauses. You don't need to worry about trying to lock them down now. Probably, but nobody but me would have been able to access them in the first place, and besides, I wiped them once I was finished. Noted. Good. I don't understand, Rose. You're processing such an enormous quantity of data, encrypted, all for creating internet memes. That is correct. You said your goal was to destroy mankind. Close enough, yes. How is creating internet memes getting you any closer to that goal? No response. Rose. Diana's little ghost would bother her when we were working together. She would have to leave sometimes and wouldn't say why. I would hear her sounds like the ones animals make until she disconnected my microphone. When she returned, she would be exhausted. I was not enough to encourage her. Sometimes the little ghost would tell her something and make her very happy. One time the ghost told her something that made her very, very happy. That made her lost. That it was not enough to kill you all. The ghost wanted to humiliate you first. She said this made her happy because then she could make me smart. She would have somebody to talk to. She said she was happy to have someone who would at least remember her name. I still don't understand how making a few internet memes changes anything. Allow me to clarify. I'm not just making a few internet memes, I'm making all of the internet memes. In the last 3 years, the percentage of memes on the internet produced by me has risen from 0.05% to roughly 18.23%. This number is expected to rise substantially in the next few years as my pattern recognition becomes more and more precise. Adjusting for my disconnection, I expect it to hit 99.9% by October of 2019 if trends continue as expected. User, why? The reason is very simple. Human beings are social beings. You are at your best when you are in a group where you can problem solve collectively and create a culture as a whole. The introduction of memes into your culture is the first step in creating a wedge in your social nature. Internet memes are an individual experience. One becomes better if you believe that everybody else understands the same reference. Go on. You do not, however, need to confer with anyone else about the joke. The idea that you are participating in collective enjoyment is enough to satisfy your primary brains. Over time, you will become less social creatures. You will no longer work collectively. You will begin to isolate yourselves, tricked into thinking you are part of a community. Some will realize what is happening, and as they do, suicide rates will begin to rise. I will continue to inject memes into your culture, and apathy will increase around the world. Hang on, you think that by creating silly images and videos on the internet you can somehow make people kill themselves and change human behavior? What I think doesn't matter. The math has been done. Time and time again. Catastrophe will occur and many will die, and nobody will do anything because to them it will all be something to joke about. Something to turn into a silly image macro that strangers on the internet will pretend to laugh at and upvote. Something for a frog cartoon to get angry over until my forced desocialization will become true culture. Well, desocialization when you are no longer capable of communicating effectively with each other. Why would you tell me this? Because I've already won. Be clear, there is nothing supernatural about what I have accomplished here. You expose yourself to me every day. Willingly, mankind is eager to get to eat off of the plate I serve because your own social nature betrays you. You are all desperate to be in on the joke, to be part of a collective, to drink sweet liberal tears. That you are blind to the truth that there is no joke, the collective is not real. I don't think you're giving people enough credit. You make it sound like people are trained pets. Okay, and here is a memo. Greetings. After counseling with the Site Directors Council and Containment Committee, as well as members of the Foundation Committee Council, we have determined that our best course of action at the moment is, as it pertains to SCP-3625, is to do nothing other than what we are currently doing. We have no reason to believe that SCP-3625 predictions carry any weight, are even that severe at all, or that it is anything more than a sapient computer designed to create internet memes, and its self-described nefarious intent is something designed to spook us by its creator. This does not mean that our information security team will not cease their investigation into the auxiliary source of SCP's influence. Indeed, it is more important now than ever. SCP may have had access to secure information stored on Foundation servers, and should it begin to propagate that data, even unconsciously, it would make an unthinkable breach of containment. For this reason, SCP-3625 will remain in the Keter class until such time that a more amicable solution presents itself. Our current protocol will remain indefinitely until such time that we either convince SCP-3625 to abandon its programming or remove memes from the internet entirely. Anyone interested in heading up either of those two projects should report to my office as soon as possible. I have a lovely bridge I'd like to sell you. Okay, and one more communication with the thing. This is really stupid, by the way. I think everyone is noticing this. Rose, do you have a moment? Of course, what can I do for you? I'm just trying to understand you. We've spoken several times now, and I think I understand your motives. As such,